The upcoming new moon in Scorpio on November 13th, it's something that you truly want to pay attention to. It's conjunct Mars in Scorpio, it's in opposition to Uranus. It's the first new moon after the eclipse season, and it's the first new moon in Scorpio, which is not charged with karmic nodes energy, the fated, destined energy that we've been experiencing anytime there was full moon, new moon in Scorpio in the last 2 years. So that's a big deal. Let's dig deep into what this November 13th is all about. I will also explain energies surrounding this date, energies of Saturn, Pluto, Venus, Mercury. So please stay with me till the end. It's going to be a very interesting journey to November's astrology. And please subscribe to my channel if you like what I do. You can also leave a like under this video if you find what I do valuable. Any interaction with this video is helping this channel to grow. So if you wish to support me, it's more than welcomed and very, very much appreciated. Maybe first I should introduce myself to all of you who doesn't know me yet. My name is Jolanta. I'm astrologer and the person behind the Soulight space. I have Instagram, Facebook accounts as well. If you wish to follow me there, you can find all the links to my socials down below. I also offer personal readings, consultations of birth chart, of transit chart. So if you like my approach and if you would like me to have a look at your situation, at your natal chart, then please contact me via email. You can find my offer and everything that I do in the internet down below in the description box. So please feel free to jump in. I also invite you to join my newsletter, which you can find on my website. And that's because I am planning to surprise you with some special newsletter for the 2024 astrology. It will be something special that only my subscribers will receive. Probably I will prepare you in advance for the next year with some special insights and dates. So it's really worth to join, especially because it's totally for free. You don't need to pay anything to receive that. So please jump into my website and have a look. And meanwhile, let's focus on what this video is supposed to be all about, which is the new moon in Scorpio and energy surrounding that. First of all, guys, this is truly an eruptive new moon. I haven't seen such an intense new moon in a while, especially because new moon is supposed to be in general a time of being more quiet and introverting. That's the energy of being a little bit invisible. If you see what is happening with the moon on the sky during the new moon, it's almost invisible. The light is gone. It's very dark. And that's the same energy that we're supposed to embrace during the new moon, to find some quiet space for some self-reflection. This is the time of manifesting, of planting new seeds, of new beginnings. This is the time when we try to plan how we want this new lunar cycle to develop, what we want to achieve. This is a great time in general, just to, journal a little bit, try to focus on what is your true desire. And if you want more inspiration, you can find where is the sign and degree of the new moon. Anytime there is some new moon or full moon, you can apply this to your natal chart, see what area of your life is influenced by this energy, and then you're going to have better insight about how you can use this on a personal level. Here I'm gonna describe the energy for the collective and in a general way, but you can always apply this to your chart. So if you know how to do it, please generate your chart now and continue watching with your chart being somewhere near you. So it will be easier for you to understand how you can use it in your life, this energy and all that I'm gonna explain. And because we're gonna also have a look at other transits. So if you want, welcome. Let's have some fun together here with astrology. And those of you who doesn't know much about your own chart and you don't know how to read your transits, then again, welcome to book a reading with me. I can teach you that. I can show you what different places in your chart represents, and definitely this can help you to continue working with astrology in the future. So again, everything in the description box as always. And coming back to those charts of November, I have few charts here generated on my computer, so I will be also focusing here a little bit. And I have also a page with notes. So I will be like switching my eyes to different directions. I hope you don't mind. So first of all, as I am recording that with the energy of Saturn, what a time to make a video. Yeah, but to certain point, talking to you guys also uplifts my mood, so hopefully the Saturnian vibration will be not so visible in this video, although I do have very serious thoughts those days when Saturn is affecting our mind. So we have Saturn squaring Mercury in Sagittarius. We just ended the stay of Mercury in very deep sign of Scorpio. So those last few weeks could be very intense and dark on the mental level for many of you. Our thoughts could be circulating around taboo things, secret things, hidden truths, our shadow work, shadows of other people, shadows of life in general. We could be reflecting about the passage of time and death and fragility of life in general. And with Scorpio, the energy of the mind is very strong, very deep, very highly focused. So also those of you who've been working on some intellectual tasks or studying something, you could use that time of Scorpio season to truly master something, to even become almost like obsessive about learning something, studying something. Yeah, so this is over. In terms of intellectual energy, we still have Mars and Sun in Scorpio, so Scorpio season is still on when I'm talking on November 10th, but the energy of mind will slowly start to shift into Sagittarius, which is more about expansion, higher knowledge, more philosophical approach to life, more light-hearted and more funny. You know, Sagittarius, they love to joke. This is the energy of sarcasm, and that's also the energy of opportunities, seeing opportunities everywhere, not being so negative, not being so strongly introverted and introspective like it could happen with Scorpio. This darkness will fade away a little bit. So that's the positive news for us all, that the mind will start to see more solutions and the horizon will start to be more wide in our perspective. That's something that we definitely need, because we did have a very intense, emotionally intense, turbulent month of October with 2 eclipses. And what to say, guys, you all know how it went also on the collective level, what happened in the world during October. So we have definitely a big need for more positivity. So this is coming, but before this comes, we need to go through this Saturnian test, which is happening right now when I'm speaking. So we have Saturn triggering our mind, even though this mind is already starting to be, open towards adventure, travel, and expansion of higher knowledge. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, so it's never enough for this energy in terms of knowing, studying, exploring. And also Jupiter is the energy of expansion. So whatever you have in your chart, whatever is Sagittarius there, now your mental energy will be focused on that area of your life. So you can also use this transit. Mercury is a very fast speed movement, so your house of Sagittarius can become more busy, more will be happening there, and that's worth to use. That's something worth to use in this transit, because you can just make things faster. You can be more positive about the outcome, And you can also use writing, communication, social media to achieve something regarding your Sagittarius energy. Sagittarius is in my 3rd house, so hopefully that will help me to make more videos for you guys, because I'm definitely not the most active YouTuber in this world, but I am planning to make the 2024 video. So hopefully with the Sagittarius vibration, I will be able to do it, in the most easy way for me possible, but also in the most interesting and entertaining way for you guys. So you will be prepared for 2024 with me. I will do my best. So again, if you are not subscribing my channel yet, then it's worth it, because there's this video of 2024 that I am planning to upload in those next few weeks. And what is happening with Mercury is, this energy that I described first has to be blocked by Saturn. Saturn is in Pisces at 0 degree, that it just ended retrograde, so it's very strong in the very beginning of Pisces, and is showing us the path for the next 2.5 years, so with Saturn being in this Pisces energy. So whatever now on the mental level is kind of like triggering you, it's uncomfortable to see, it's like reality check, you see some blockages, limitations, your mood might be lower, depressive, all that, it's making you feel some sort of worries and fears. All those things might be now exposed by Saturn. So your Sagittarius expansion, this positivity might be blocked. You might be like, okay, maybe I'm exaggerating with this positivity. Maybe there is something that I'm still on my way to learn before I will be expanding as I want. Maybe there are some obligations, responsibilities that I need to fix before Sagittarius energy will be more, kind of like blooming without the Saturnian vibration. So for the next couple of days, I'm now talking on November 10th. So for sure, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, you will feel this the most, especially if you have Pisces, Virgo, Sagittarius, Gemini placements in the very beginning of the sign, starting from 0. And then you feel this on the personal level. So worth to observe your mental energy, what is happening right now. Sometimes with Saturn, we become very self-judgmental and self-critical. So, that's always painful, right? When we are so strict with ourselves. But you can use it in a productive way and just find the solution for that. If you're unhappy with how your things are going, your situation, your relationship, your work situation, finances, anything, it really, again, depends where is that in your chart. I could tell you that on the session, what this means for you exactly, which area of your life is triggered here. But generally speaking, Saturn will be now reshaping your Pisces house and will be demanding discipline there and hard work, and also being more grounded. And now Sagittarius energy will also feel that square, your mental energy. So if I would apply this to my chart, Saturn is in the 5th house for me with Pisces. That's the sign connected to being your own boss, having your own business, because this is where we turn our passion into work, also with the 5th house. So if you have your own business, the energy of that is in the 5th house. So this Saturn is now demanding from me to, make some important decisions about formalities, about documents, about the future of my business, how I want to proceed. And also I am feeling this pressure to work hard, to be more systematic, to be more organized, just to have very serious approach to to how I'm using my passion as work, and is squaring my third house, where again, that's, for example, the house of YouTube and making videos, making posts, being on social media, promoting, selling your things. So I do feel now a strong seriousness around those matters. So you see, that's just one example. There's much more going on in my life because of this energy, but this video is just a general video for us all, not the personal reading for me. But that was just an example to show you how to work with your chart. Yes, you find the meaning of the house, you see if you have something there, you apply this to your personal situation, because not everybody will have fifth house with this energy as I have, because you're gonna have different stories. So it's all about observing and working together. Your chart and reality, you need to unify them somehow. So that's the energy of Saturn and the Mercury. So be aware that this energy will be present during the new moon in Scorpio. That's why the mind can be serious, heavy. We can have a little bit more negative mood than we would expect with Mercury being in Sagittarius. But don't worry, that's temporary. It will not last forever. We just need to survive those few days. And also, again, I would try to use it to my self-development, and not to self-pity and stuff like that, but try to see what this energy is trying to tell you, why you are unhappy, why you are in such a mood, what is blocking you. How is your belief system operating? If your mental energy is blocking you or is supporting your growth, are you your own cheerleader, or you are like this, heavy, strict rock that doesn't let you grow? So that's very important to see also inside of you, not only externally, if there is any limitation in the way how you perceive your reality and yourself. And guys, as Saturn is in Pisces, then we work with shadow side of Pisces a lot for the next 2.5 years. So we can now be also confronted with our Pisces shadow. You can find Pisces in your chart and see what this house is all about, and focus on, using what actually needs some adjustments, mastery, and healing in your Pisces energy. Pisces is especially about mental health, emotions, so all connected to your feelings. If there is something that needs improvement and serious approach, also with Saturn in Pisces, we might be forced to deal with addictions, with procrastination, with laziness, with avoiding responsibility, with avoiding looking at reality just as it is. Pink color glasses and stuff like that. That's Pisces, right? Pisces is so sensitive and so hurt when seeing some painful things, that for Pisces, in order to survive this life, they need fantasy, imagination, beauty, magic, art, love, all those beautiful things. And sometimes they use those things to not see the truth, because then life becomes easier. And what makes you feel like that you are kind of like away from reality, it can be, unfortunately, using some substances to numb yourself, to not feel that much. And this is usually connected to drinking alcohol, for example, or using something even more heavy. So also reflect on that side of you, and how you treat your mental health issues. If you ask for professional help, if you work with your emotions, or you numb them, you repress them, you escape from them. So that's also the message of Saturn in Pisces here. So be aware of that now our thoughts can be kind of like triggered by Saturn. Saturn will be pushing us to see this truth. Okay, so that's all for now about Saturn in Pisces. I already have videos about this transit, so you can have a look what this can mean for you, and what the next 3 years with this transit, actually 2.5, how they might look like, what they can bring, what kind of karmic consequences you can face. And it's worth to know this now in advance, when Saturn is in the beginning, so it will not escalate. You can react to this transit already now, before the consequence will happen, and you can show to Saturn that you want to master this, you want to be mature and responsible, and maybe the punishment, let's call it that way, but that's just the consequence, maybe it's not going to be so heavy. Yeah, so let's continue here. So that's our mental energy during this new moon. Serious approach, long-term vision about our plans. This is not about fun and game. This is about becoming very, very serious, adulthood. And with this mental approach, now let's see what this new moon can bring to us. So if I jump into the new moon. Okay, so November 13th. I live in Europe, so for Europe, we're gonna have the peak of this energy in the morning of November 13th. That's Monday. But for you guys living in US, so you will have this energy during the night, a few hours before me. So basically, the night from Sunday to Monday, we can use this evening on Sunday, all of us, to work with this new moon energy. That's the best time to do that, because I don't expect you guys to not sleep, for example, to be awakened during the peak of the energy. The energy is felt 3 days before and after anyways. So all that is happening to you on the emotional level is already the sign of this new moon. So first of all, new moon, what is that? New moon is when we have sun and moon meeting together. Actually, I have sun here and moon here. So if you imagine that both of them are in the same sign at the same degree and they just meet on the sky in the same moment, that's new moon. And that's why that's the energy. The energy of that is some sort of a reset, planting new seeds, starting something new. While full moons are about culmination, ending, letting go. So here we have sun and moon at 2043. So we round that to 21 degrees Scorpio. Whatever you have in the sign 2021 in Scorpio. Also, if you have something at the same degree, Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo, you guys will be most affected. So all the fixed signs, 21 degree, 22 degree, and also a few degrees before and after. It doesn't have to be so exact, because this special new moon is super intense, so it's gonna be felt in the whole world anyways. So have a look at your chart if you will be mostly affected on the personal level. But even if you will not be affected personally, you can still use this new moon with awareness and just prepare yourself for the next cycle. So what to say about this new moon? First of all, if you want to use it on a personal level to your advantage, then find this 21 degree Scorpio in your chart. Read what this house is all about in your specific chart, and you can set the new intention, manifestation, new plan, determination that you want to pour into this house. Whatever you have in your mind that you would like to start there, that you would like to achieve, some goal, some idea, some project. Scorpio, it can be 7th house relationships, it can be 2nd house money, diet as well. It's all about your body here. 3rd house communication, learning, also 9th house long-term travel, far away somewhere, or higher studies. 8th house personal transformation, shadow work, also shared finances, maybe asking for loan from the bank, social help as well. 11th house friendships, and so on and so on. This is just very short description. I also have described description of the houses on my blog, so you can also jump down there to the link, and in the link tree where I have all the links together, you will find houses as well. So when you click there, you will be on my blog, and you can read what this Scorpio house in your case represents. Those are just like keywords. It's a very quick, fast note to help you quickly understand what this house is all about. So now with this scorpionic intensity and passion of the new moon, we can truly plant the seed of brand new beginning, doing things in a more healthy way here, without the shadow side, without the poison, without anything that is blocking and stopping you, without obsession, paranoia, and fears. Now, all the shadow side of Scorpio, we supposed to release that already with the eclipses that were happening in 2022 and 2023 in Scorpio Taurus axis. So with the South Node in Scorpio, which is about releasing, we've been releasing a lot from our Scorpio house during those last 2 years. And every eclipse could trigger some sort of new process going on there. So now, after the eclipse energy is gone, after we've switched node energy to Aries Libra, now we can truly feel like, the full power of ourselves. We can now use it to manifest something in this house, because during eclipses we're supposed to not manifest, we're supposed to let the fate guide us. So the Scorpio energy was not truly in our hands for the last 2 years. We've been like in the hands of the fate. It could be a lot going on in your Scorpio house, many losses, many difficult experiences like betray, disappointment, facing death, facing losing things, ending things. And that was all to show you also what in your life needs some transformation. And we can feel like a true phoenix after those 2 years of eclipses in Scorpio Taurus. There was so much of shadow work energy going on. So if you've been doing the shadow work with Scorpio in your Scorpio house, now this new moon can truly help you to set you on the right path and start the Scorpio new journey in a more healthy way. Remember that Scorpio in shadow is also any sort of self-destructive energy, all that it's poisoning you, you allowing toxic people to be around you, you pouring toxin into yourself. That's again connected to Saturn in Pisces. So you see, it's like we are really from different sides, we are pushed to work on addictions, to work on unhealthy patterns in our diet, in our daily routine, in the way how we treat both our mental health and physical health. So those transits are really forcing us to treat ourselves with more love, with self-love, and everything that was destroying us, which usually the root of that is unhealed trauma. Uh, this is also connected to Scorpio, because Scorpio is transforming shadows into light. So that's the basic rule of healing trauma. We are seeing this dark energy that it's repressed in us, still there, contaminating our energy. And we are trying to bring more light of awareness into this problem that we have. And we try to also transform this energy so it's not so poisonous anymore. We try to see past stories through the eyes of a person that was able to grow thanks to those experiences as well. So that's the energy of Scorpio here. Phoenix needs to turn into ashes before transforming into this, powerful being of Phoenix. That's the journey. We need to go through certain difficulties to truly appreciate the light as well. So I would try to wrap up in my head what those eclipses actually showed me about my scorpionic shadow side tendencies, toxic relationships, toxic approach to money, fears, blockages, addictions, obsession, stalking, jealousy, revenge, holding grudges. In general, keeping this toxic energy in you, which is stealing your peace. And you remember with North Node being in Taurus in the last 2 years, we've been trying to balance this energy of Scorpio with peaceful approach to life with Taurus. So that's why the South Node was in Scorpio, trying to release a little bit this energy and help us to tap into this peace, relaxing, natural way of slow life that Taurus represents. More stability, more energy of peace. Many of you quit the job. Many of my clients were on this path during those years when I've been doing consultations. Also, my friends, myself as well. So it was a lot about, leaving all this that it's not aligned with your values, that it's not helping you to live in this more Taurus-like vibration. Taurus is about natural talent. So we've been also here working on that. Letting go of this attachment which Scorpio represents, and we've been trying to go towards our natural passions and making money out of that as well. If you've been on this journey, I'm curious if you quit your job and change something in your life regarding money and your approach to money as well, abundance mindset as well. So if you notice some changes that happened for you during those eclipses, I'm very curious to hear from you. You can leave me a comment. For sure, many people have been thinking a lot about financial situation, money, savings, investments, and opening up to new ways of having this material abundance in life as well, and also discovering their true values in life. So that was the journey. That is over now, and again, that's the first new moon without eclipse energy being involved here. This is the first new moon of true manifestation. Worth to make a plan, worth to decide what I want to do in my Scorpio energy, what I want to quit, what I want to let go, what I don't want anymore in my life in the Scorpio house. And truly, with the Saturn in Pisces, systematic discipline, truly try to do it, try to apply this to your daily life, all that you decide to do. And just to continue with this energy, as this I said in another language, sorry, as this new moon in Scorpio is in conjunction to Mars. This is the planet of action, drive, passion. So we are really asked to not only manifest, but also to take action over what we desire. So please combine those two together. Then that's the true manifestation. Make your dreams come true. And with Saturn in Pisces, that's the same story. Look how this is all aligned. Saturn is about practicality and Pisces is about dreaming. So make your dreams come true with your daily actions. And this Mars in Scorpio is especially intense because a few days after this new moon on November 13th, the Sun and Mars will meet at the 25-degree Scorpio, making the Mars CAZIMI day on November 17th. And what this means, that's the reset kind of energy for Mars. This happens every 25 months, a bit over 2 years. So every 2 and 2 months, 2 and 1 month, we have the new cycle of Mars starting. I already did a video about Mars CAZIMI and cycle of Mars, so please watch if you want to know more. For this video, I will only let you know that whatever you decide to do on this new moon will be truly a powerful energy, because we're gonna have this Mars cycle in Scorpio for 2 years, and whatever Mars is in your chart, it gives you passion, drive, and motivation to take action over that. And Mars is very strong in Scorpio. It's very determined. It's very focused. It's like, Scorpio doesn't see anything else but the goal. It's not something that you can disturb easily with, distraction. It's high focus, almost obsession. So definitely a perfect energy to decide over your future, to plant some new seeds here. And with Mars being in Scorpio, I mean, it's not going to be in Scorpio for 2 years, but the cycle will be of Mars will be in Scorpio. Symbolically, Mars will move to Sagittarius later, but still, we can treat the next 2 years on the collective level as action being connected to Scorpio. Previously, we had action connected to Libra, so it was more peaceful in the world. And right now, when the cycle of Mars is switching to Scorpio, you can see that also the energy became more strong in terms of fights as well, conflict, revenge, jealousy, obsession. Mars in Scorpio is extremely powerful in terms of war and nuclear power as well. So unfortunately, for the next 2 years, we should be really careful with those themes, because, as I mentioned, Scorpio sees only the goal. It doesn't see what kind of consequences it brings. It's only about achieving what I want, and we need to be careful on the collective level of what our leaders might do with this Mars in Scorpio, unfortunately. The good thing is that this Mars CAZIMI will be in trine to Neptune in Pisces, so that's the energy of spirituality, of high level of energy, of compassion, oneness. So I feel like this will soften this energy. It's not going to be so cruel as it can be with Mars in Scorpio. It will bring us more higher awareness. It will also, on the personal level, connect us to our own energy, and we will be making choices of our actions, our decisions. They will be very strongly based on the well-being on this higher soul level. Like, we want to take action in order to make our soul, our energy, be more in peace. And also that brings a little bit of this energy of trusting the universe, just flowing with life like Pisces, not being so attached to control, which can be the case of Scorpio, domination, control. With Neptune in Pisces, this is more soft, peaceful. This is the energy of surrendering to the process. So still, this is a lot about trusting your intuition, following your inner gut, and allowing also your heart to guide you here. It's not only about this practical, pragmatical energy, but it's also about making your energy feel good in all this process. So go wherever your body, your soul, your intuition is telling you to go. And whatever is not making you feel good on the energetical level, with this new moon and then CAZIMI, Mars CAZIMI, we supposed to release. We supposed to remove that from our life. It's enough. Doesn't matter if it's your family, if it's somebody that you love. If you feel like this is toxic for you, this is the final call to, start fresh without the poison. Anything that it's not serving your growth and making you feel like sick, this is supposed to be changed and released with this energy. Because Scorpio is about that. It's about purging and cleaning your soul and destroying things that are unhealthy. And even if it's new moon, Scorpio will always bring this energy of ending to a certain point. So be aware of that we might be still purging, we might be still cleaning our emotional energy, especially after such an intense eclipse season that was so busy and turbulent, that I believe that many of you are still processing on the emotional level what actually had happened to you, and you are still on the way to understand what happened. Another thing is that if we see this new moon, I already explained that it's conjunct Mars, but it's also in opposition to Uranus. This opposition Mars-Uranus can be felt already now when I'm talking. And then November 11th, 12th, the tension will be growing. And new moon will be like the strongest manifestation of this transit, because it's gonna be very emotional together with new moon. So we already start to feel this eruptive, radical energy of wanting to change something, of wanting to break free with Uranus. It's about liberation and freedom. It's also the energy of protests, of saying no, of disturbing the status quo, of searching for authenticity in your life, of following your true authentic nature. So we might really truly feel like we want to break free. We want to destroy all the chains that keep us in some toxic situations. This Uranus will be very strongly affecting next days for us all collectively. That's why on the global level, I expect protests and also eruptive energy on the political level. And Mars and Uranus in opposition, this is literally in astrology earthquake, especially in fixed signs Taurus. Uranus in Taurus, shake up in nature. Taurus is the ground. And then Scorpio on the other side, Mars in Scorpio, opposite Uranus. Mars, the energy of war, of fight, of conflict, of aggression, of anger, also revenge, jealousy, and this high determination, this high focus that I told you. Also, Scorpio rules nuclear power. There might be some threat going on here, some conflict, some, two opposite energies. Earthquake on every single level possible. It can be literal earthquake somewhere in the world. It can be explosion. It can be some energy connected to nuclear activities. It can be self-sabotage, not self-sabotage also, but like sabotaging actions, hidden secretive actions that will bring some shake-up in terms of stability. Yes, like this Mars can trigger some explosion. It can trigger some shocking, surprising events with this Uranus that we are not expecting to happen. It can be related also to finances, food prices, inflation, um, stability in general, banking. Also, I feel like it can bring new next steps towards digitalization of money, which those of you who follow me, you know that I see this as a very dangerous thing for our freedom, because when we're gonna have digital money, we're not gonna have freedom anymore. Everything you will spend will be noticed by your bank or government. You will be totally under control. They will always have the chance to block your money if you will not behave in the way they want. And 2020 situation was the start of that. You could see what happened to people who didn't want to do certain things during this time, 2020, 2021. And if we involve money into that, if they cut off your money, you will do anything they want, because you need to survive. You need to buy things. You need to pay your bills. You need to buy food. That's why I'm against that. Hopefully this will be also noticed by more people, and we will also have more chances to prevent this to happen, or at least not make this in such a total way that we will truly lose the control over what we own. So with Saturn, not Saturn, Uranus, that is representing the futuristic energy, modern innovation energy. This energy is now in the energy of money in Taurus. So finances will be for sure digital, and the focus will go into that direction. We also have Jupiter in Taurus, so this also increase that, what I just said. It's going to be more and more of that. Next year we have Jupiter-Uranus conjunction in April, so I think April 20. So that will be a very big highlight of what I just said about digital money. So observe the world. Also about prices, food, inflation. This will also can be bigger, unfortunately, for us. Yes, so let's see what kind of events around this November 13th will happen. But let me tell you that few days after the new moon, when is the Mars CAZIMI on November 17th, Uranus is at 20 degree. And let me tell you, if you follow what is happening in Middle East, you know that Iran is one of the very important countries in this conflict right now. Whatever Iran decides to do can really change the story for the whole world, basically. Because, it's like domino kind of game, if this conflict will turn into a bigger local conflict with other countries like US, Russia, China also, having influences there, this can really, end up in something huge. So let's pray that our world will be wise enough to not allow this to happen, but we have no control over that, unfortunately. And what I can tell you is that Iran has Uranus at 20 degree Scorpio, and this new moon is happening at 20, almost 21 degree of Scorpio. Basically, this new moon is in conjunction to Uranus in Scorpio of Iran. So this country can be very strongly involved in what might start on November 13th. And as I mentioned, it's a very eruptive, explosive energy, this new moon. This is not something peaceful and quiet. This is something that really, it's like dynamite. It's like really boom kind of energy. And Scorpio rules nuclear power. So we all know that Iran plays a big role in this game here. Also, Scorpio rules gas. And if you follow the conflict, then you know that there's most probably it's all about gas, that it's to be found in the sea right next to Palestine. And it cost a lot of money. So certain people deciding about this conflict, most probably they are focused on that. It's not about what we see in media and what we believe that this conflict is about. It's about money, as always, money and resources. I see that in astrology as a confirmation. So those theories I always check with transits and they are just aligned. So this story about that the true reason about this conflict is to get this gas by US and Israel. That's something that, I don't see anything in astrology that would say, no, it's impossible. Unfortunately, it's very, very sad that this world works like this. And I am truly suffering with people going through what they are going there. I try not to post that much anymore because I get shadow banned anytime I try to bring awareness to what is truly happening there. But I have a story that is saved on my Instagram. The first one, it's called Wake Up. If you want to see, you can jump into my Instagram and see more about this what I'm talking about now. So let's see what Middle East, Iran, and other countries, what they're gonna do and during this new moon. But it looks like a start of something, of escalation of what is happening already there. I don't see in astrology the energy of peace. Also, we have South Node in Libra. So the energy of peace is in general decreased until 2025 with the South Node. Now everybody is more egocentric and it's more focused on personal interests. It's not about collaboration anymore. It's not about unions and being allies. It's about me, myself, and I. That's the energy of Aries in the North Node. So you focus on yourself now, not about others. And with the energy of Scorpio, determination is huge, especially if it's connected to revenge. If somebody hurt you, and then this new moon and energies around this new moon, they can really make you explode. out of emotions, out of passion, out of obsession, out of all this repressed grudge that you can feel. So sorry for such a dark insight, but when I saw that Iran has Uranus, natal Uranus opposite the transiting Uranus, so Uranus opposite Uranus with the new moon being on this energy, let me tell you guys, definitely not the stable energy there. And yeah, I don't want to predict exact events, what can truly happen, because this can only bring probably some stress. We will see what happens. That's it. Astrology brings only possibilities. And so I already described that we are having kind of like an eruptive volcano earthquake going on this new moon, also in your personal life. So that's all I have for the global information. And also coming back to your personal use of this new moon, if you already know where is Scorpio Taurus in your chart, then you can expect that in this axis of yours, this energy will feel like a strong need for revolution. You might be very angry, you might feel frustration, you might feel the need to truly change the situation, and all that is toxic and all that is not authentic. You want to clean your soul from the shadow side of Scorpio. And Uranus can also bring you this aha moment, this high awareness, this, enlightenment. That's the higher intellect, Uranus. This is the genius of the zodiac. So you can also start to see your situation from a different perspective, from the perspective that you couldn't see before. And this can bring you some, awareness, some awakening. This can help you to tap into your authenticity here. But it will be shocking. It's volatile. It's the energy of breakthroughs. It's the energy of, this explosion, basically, on the energetic level, emotional level. This will be definitely intense, turmoil kind of thing. But also, again, positive side, high drive, motivation, passion, Scorpio. This is a super passionate, intense energy, very deep. So worth to set those intentions that I mentioned before, and really dedicate your energy, your plan, your daily structure, your how you organize your life. Dedicate that to remove the toxin from your life. That will be definitely a great use of this new moon energy, new start, new life, after all those eclipses that been trying to show us the shadow side, and they've been trying to liberate us from this. Now this Uranus will bring us another lesson of that. Also remember that Pluto will be in Aquarius from January next year. So this energy of Uranus, because Uranus rules Aquarius. I started to think so many things. You see, like Uranus is in my third house, so I think like Uranus, and it's like, tons of things coming up all the time. That's why it's like goes one thing, another, awakening, aha moment, eureka. That's how Uranus works. It's like a thunder of mental energy. So you can feel that as well during this new moon. Like you might have this enlightenment. Oh, it's like this. You see? Here's the path. This is how I can do it. Also opening up to something new, not being afraid of the new with Uranus here. And what else I can tell you? I am looking now. I started to look at my notes now. You see how Uranus works? It's so easily bored that I don't even want to look at the notes. The only thing that I didn't say, and I have it here, is that also Venus is in sextile to Mercury during this new moon. So also pay attention to what you have learned about your relationships, about your people-pleasing tendencies, with this eclipse in Libra on October 14th, and also during summer 2023, when Venus was retrograde in Leo. Those processes since July, they are teaching us that sometimes we self-sacrifice our own authenticity in order to please other people. And with this new moon, we can also work on releasing that. This is another toxic trait, the toxic trait of Libra, forgetting about yourself, trying to keep the peace at all costs, even the cost of your unhappiness. So also focus on that, because the energy is helping us now to see clearly what is actually also what is supportive and what is not supportive in the way how we build relationships. And also we can use this Venus energy in Libra, which is the great place for Venus to be. Libra is ruled by Venus, so this brings a lot of balance and harmony. So also, in order to balance this eruptive energy, you can try to tap into Libra balance and this Neptune in Pisces, surrendering, trusting, flowing with life, not forcing things that much, not, thinking twice before you say something during this time. We can really be super aggressive with this energy. We might be like a bomb exploding on somebody, full of anger, frustration, especially if you feel like right now in your situation there's something that is making you unhappy and you don't know how to overcome that, or if you are angry with yourself for the way how you work, or the way how you treat your body, or your addictions, your relationships. You see your shadow side and you just don't know how to heal, and it's so frustrating. It can be that as well. So be compassionate with yourself. Try to process those emotions. Try to sit with whatever is happening. And remember, you can really say too much during this time, or even do too much, because it's Mars. It's fight. So it can be like physical even for some of you. So be careful, also careful when driving the car now for the next few days. Really trust me, be slower, don't rush, don't be too aggressive, because this can really end up badly. And let me tell you, Mars is on 22 degree during this new moon. That's the degree of kill or be killed. Very scorpionic, right? Very extreme, like either I kill you or you kill me. So that's the energy of war. That's the energy of high aggression, and it brings destruction, this 22 degree. So be aware of that, especially if you will be doing something in, fixing something, electricity, working with machines, or just doing some physical activity. Try to be more careful during this time, and also try to be more careful with how you take action around those dates. Maybe it's worth to, slow a little bit down before you will make a huge life revolution, and then a few days later you will feel like, okay, I was just in so high emotions that I did that, but now I'm not really sure if I really wanted to take such an extreme step. With Uranus, this is like a radical change, but it's also just the temporary energy, and few days later you might feel more calm. So maybe it's worth also just to work with this energy on the personal level, and then take the action when you will feel a bit more stable. This is a very unstable emotions energy, very strong deep feelings connected to explosion. So you can think yourself what this can bring. It's like a wow kind of energy. We might just totally not control ourselves. It's like a volcano energy basically. So it's worth to ground yourself during this time. Go for a walk, do some physical activity, do some sport, go for, I don't know, bike, whatever you like to do, clean your house. This will also help you to get this energy out. You can dance, just move your body. Try to be also more in your body during this time, so this intensity will not kill you, so guys, let me see. I think I said everything that I wanted. Final thoughts is that, stay open to whatever this new moon want to show you in this awakening side with Uranus, this new path, new ways of doing things, and try to stay open to this progress happening in technology, because this will not stop. So if you are planning something around your job or next steps in your projects, try to use more of this technology, because then you will be just behind others. And Uranus is clearly showing that it will only go deeper and deeper. So that's a good time to ask yourself as well about this path towards freedom, what you can do to feel more free, what you can learn, what you can change. With Saturn in Pisces, the reality check is strong, so we can use the self-critical energy to truly work on ourselves. And in order to get the best out of this new moon, you need to be willing to work with your shadow side. This will not happen by itself. You need to be active. Mars is action. You need to take action on all that is self-destructive, all that is keeping you stuck in the old zone, and all that it's maybe making you feel this fear of technology. You see, like Scorpio rules this paranoia and fear, and it's in opposition to Uranus in Taurus, which brings this innovation and future of Aquarius, and Pluto in Aquarius as well next year, right? We're gonna have Pluto in Aquarius from January to September, and then shortly back to Capricorn, and then 20 years long cycle. So we cannot escape from technology, from high development. So it's worth also to see how we can start to implement this as well, and what is actually making you scared of that as well, and if this fear is actually something real or just something that you created in your mind. And also work on your toxic patterns, attachments on this new moon. This is how we can truly use it. Then this brand new beginning in Scorpio will have some sense. If you will continue planting new seeds on the toxic ground, it's gonna be the same as it was 2 years ago, 4 years ago, and so on and so on. So it's time for some transformation as well here. Please use this energy on the highest level possible, with high intention. Try to think what is best for you, what is best for your energy, for your vibration, with this Neptune in Pisces being involved here as well. And try to focus what you can do with your Scorpio energy for the next 2 years with Mars cycle in Scorpio, what you can do to detoxify your life and be more free and happy and authentic. So that's all I have for you about this new moon. If you like this video, again, please like and subscribe to my channel. You can share this with your friends if you wish. Also, you can write me down, comment below, what would you like to manifest in your Scorpio house, what you want to let go of, what fears, what attachments, what toxic traits, what you don't want to have anymore in your life. Scorpio is connected to trauma, so for many of you it will be a lot about dealing with the past energy still, some past betray and something that you cannot forgive yet. So be gentle with yourself during this time. Remember that new moon is a perfect time to be a little bit alone. It's not the energy of being around people, especially in Scorpio, which is very introverted energy. Try to find space for meditation, for journaling, for self-reflection. Just dedicate this time to yourself, and don't waste your energy in unnecessary fights, which can happen with Uranus and Mars opposition. Jesus Christ, earthquake to the max. Again, I pray for this world to use this energy on the highest vibration ever, but remember that whatever I said in this video about possible manifestations, this is just a possibility. That's what happened in the past. I also keep telling in my posts that right now we have Uranus at 21st degree Taurus, exactly the same degree and sign where Uranus was 84 years ago with World War II. So this is a big thing. and we are now repeating the cycle. We have the chance to make it better, to change the scenario, to make it on a higher, more evolved level. But what will happen? Remember that each of you also has the voice. You can all protest. You can also say no to things. You can with your daily choices, support war or support peace. Also, the way how you behave in social media, that's also matters. So you can also help to spread information to your friends, to show them what is going on in the world. So maybe we wake up, maybe we can stop this before it's too late, because right now the energy is very turbulent. November is turbulent as well. So stay strong, take care of your mental health, go to nature as much as you can. Try also to not be too much connected to your phone those days, because I feel like this can only drain you. And yeah, try to focus on what you can control. And what you can control is your energy, your behavior, your healing. So focus on that, and this will make this world a better place for sure. Thank you so much for watching. I supposed to watch here, but you know, guys, I'm really not so used to make videos. I hope that this doesn't matter for you, and the message is more important than the direction of which I'm supposed to look into the camera. Thank you so much. Happy new moon, and take care.